Hello everyone! Today we will be touring the history of Yamaguchi Prefecture. Enlarge the map. I am in Hagi City, Yamaguchi Prefecture. The name is also on the map. Switch to your handheld camera. We arrived in the evening. Immediately from the parking lot you can see a magnificent stone wall. There is a statue of a person closely related to the destination. Mori Teramoto.
Mori Teramoto, whose real surname was O, was a local lord and a descendant of Mori Sumitsu, the fourth son of O Hiromoto. He was a military commander and feudal lord from the late Sengoku period to the early Edo period. He was born on January 22, 1553 Tenbin 22 as the eldest son of Mori Takamoto. His mother was Ozaki no Tsuboni, the daughter of Nato Okumori, a senior retainer of the Uchi clan, adopted daughter of Yoshitaka, the 16th head of the Uchi clan. In August 1563, his father Takamoto died suddenly, and at a young age, under the protection of his grandfather Motonari and his uncles Kikawa Motoharu and Kobayaka Takakage, he inherited the headship of the Mori clan. Also, at the time of his coming-of-age ceremony, he was given the character Teru by the shogun of the Muromachi shogunate, Ashikaga Yoshiteru, and took the name Terumoto. Terumoto and Motonari governed the territory together, and when Motonari died in June 1571, Terumoto began to rule directly. During that time, in addition to destroying the Yamago clan, they worked together to deal with uprisings by the remnants of the Yamago clan, the Uchi Teruhiro rebellion, and battles with the Otomo clan, striving to maintain the territory.
There is a building that looks like a souvenir shop. There are various objects and pottery in the store. Is it a day off today? Finally, we arrived at our destination.
Hagi Castle is also known as Shizuki Castle because it was built at the foot of Mt. Shizuki by Mori Teramoto in 1604. It is a flat castle that combines a flat castle at the foot of the mountain with a mountain castle on the mountaintop, and consists of the main castle, Ninomaru, Sanomaru, and Hamaru. The castle tower, turrets, and other buildings were all demolished in 1874, and only the stone walls and parts of the moat remain today.
There is a turtle in Mizuhori. You need to pay to proceed from here. I will proceed with the purchase immediately.
The Mori clan, who became commander-in-chief of the Western Army at the Battle of Sekigahara and ruled both Suwa and Nagato provinces, completed it in 1608 as a new castle to replace Hiroshima Castle, but in December 1604, its builder, Mori Teramoto, entered the castle while it was still unfinished. It served as the base of the Choshu domain Hagi domain for over 250 years, serving as the residence and government office of the feudal lord. In 1874, it was demolished along with the turrets and other structures following the abolition of the castle the previous year, and today only the stone walls and water moat remain. Currently, work is underway to restore wooden buildings such as the Ninomaru earthworks and Sanomaru main gate, as well as a wooden restoration of the castle tower, which was destroyed by fire, but this is proving difficult due to financial issues. Location and structure of Hagi Castle. Mori Teramoto considered Hagi, Yamaguchi, and Hafu as 3 possible locations for the castle, and ultimately decided on Hagi at the instruction of the shogunate. It is generally believed that this was because the shogunate intended to push the Mori clan, a powerful outside feudal lord, into a remote area in Sanin, and that Yamaguchi was the Mori clan's favorite location. Also, when I spoke with the chief priest of a shrine in Hagi City, he told me that the reason why Mori Terumoto did not choose Yamaguchi was that Yamaguchi is a town and culture built by the Uchi clan, so we must not build a castle there and change the town. As a result, much of the Uchi clan's culture remains in Yamaguchi City to this day.
The inside is very spacious. The summit is quite far away, so I won't go there this time. There is a time limit, so we will go to an area covered by a moat. The torii gate is now in sight. It seems there is a shrine up ahead.
Location and structure of Hagi Castle. Because it was built on a delta, it is surrounded by the sea on 3 sides. It is a flat castle with the main castle, secondary castle, and tertiary castle arranged in a stepped manner at the foot of the mountain and surrounded by 3 moats. This castle reproduces the form of a mansion at the foot of the mountain and a fortress at the top of the mountain seen in medieval mountain castles such as Yoshida Koriyama Castle using the latest castle building technology of the early modern period, and is said to best represent Mori Terumoto's castle building philosophy as a castle built in a desperate situation after losing Hiroshima Castle. This castle reproduces the form of a mansion at the foot of the mountain and a fortress at the top of the mountain seen in medieval mountain castles such as Yoshida Koriyama Castle using the latest castle building technology of the early modern period, and is said to best represent Mori Terumoto's castle building philosophy as a castle built in a desperate situation after losing Hiroshima Castle. In spring, the park is famous for its cherry blossoms, with around 600 Samayoshino trees in full bloom. The park is also home to one Midori Yoshino cherry tree, a rare variety with pure white petals. This rare cherry tree can only be seen in Hagi in Japan, and is designated a natural monument by Yamaguchi Prefecture. Founded as a shrine to enshrine successive feudal lords, the approximately 200,000 square meter site has been developed into a park. Historic sites such as the remains of the castle tower, the Nashiwa family tea house, bonsai bridge, and the east garden remain and are in extremely good condition. In addition, the 13th feudal lord, Mori Yoshichika, expanded his villa, Hane Palace, during the Ansei era, and the Hane Tea House, where he held tea ceremonies and historical research with his retainers, was relocated here in 1889.
It seems that Hane Tea House is up ahead.
Hane Tea House is a tea house built in the early Ansei era 1854 by the 13th feudal lord, Mori Takachika, in his villa, Hane Palace Kawade Palace, Tokiwa Palace, located along the Hashimoto River within Sanomura. During the turbulent times at the end of the Edo period, Takachika is said to have held tea ceremonies in this tea house with branch feudal lords and retainers, discussing the current situation and planning national politics. After the Meiji Restoration, the property changed hands, but around 1889, at the insistence of Shinagawa Yajiro and others, it was moved to its current location in the park. The building is a wooden, single-story, gabled, thatched roof building, 6.84 meters wide by 3.62 meters wide, and consists of a 4-and-half-T-AT-MI-mat room, a side room, and a 3 tatami mat water room. When it was moved, the bath and toilet were removed, and a single-story, tiled roof building was added as a waiting room. Nashiwa Family Tea House. This tea house is the villa of the Nashiwa family, senior vassals of the Mori clan, and is located next to the Hane Tea House. It was originally located at the Nashiwa family villa in Kamatsu, but was moved here during the Meiji period. It is not a tea house for entertaining like the neighboring Hane Tea House, but a formal tea house with a formal layout, a wooden boxwood gable roof, and a famous tea house that still retains the style of the Kagetsuro style. During the end-of-year cleaning of the castle, it was customary for the feudal lord to leave the castle and visit the residences of his senior vassals, and since this tea house was used to welcome the feudal lord, it is also known as the soot-sweeping tea house.
I came to see the moat. Several turtles are swimming. Now the moat is a place of rest for animals. Huh. He came really close, lol. Sorry, ... I don't have any food. It's a really quiet place. It seems that the castle tower of Hagi Castle was located ahead. Now only the stone walls remain. Wow, what a big place.
The castle tower of Hagi Castle is a five-story composite watchtower type structure. The north side of the castle tower is a composite structure with a two-story Japan gable roof base with a three-story watchtower on top, and is about 21 meters high. The exterior walls are completely plastered with white plaster, and the windows have copper-plated push-up doors. During repairs in 1768, the roof was replaced with red tiles. The castle tower base, which is 6 bays and about 11 meters high, starts at a very gentle base and then rises steeply upwards. This is the land on which the castle was built. The base was widened to distribute the load and make up for the lack of strength of the delta ground. The castle tower, located in the southwest part of the main citadel at the foot of Mt. Shizuki, was not visible from outside the castle town, so it was unlikely to have played the role of demonstrating the power of the castle feudal lord that many modern castles from the Azuchi Momoyama period onwards had.
It's an empty square now. there was a magnificent castle there until the Meiji period. Now, all that remains is the stone wall. I still think it's a fascinating place. By the way, with this admission ticket to Hagi Castle, actually, you can go to another spot. I'll warp there on foot. It is said to be the largest samurai residence still standing in Hagi. Armor of Morimoto Nari. Model of Hagi Castle.
The samurai residence of the Asa Mori family, one of the branches of the Mori clan. The Asa Mori family was named after Motoaki, the fifth son of Morimoto Nari, who was given the fief of Asa present-day Sanyo Onoda City after the Mori clan was transferred to Hagi. The Hagi residence boasted a vast site of approximately 15,500 square meters, but the main house was demolished after the Meiji Restoration. And only this tenement house built in 1856 Ansei 3 remains. The long, gabled building with a 5-meter beam and 51.5-meter girders and covered with real tiles is the largest of the samurai residences still standing in Hagi, and is designated as an important cultural property of Japan. The interior is divided into 5 sections, and there is no dirt floor, and the eastern room in particular is narrow but elegantly designed with a tatami corridor, so it is thought to have been a guardhouse prepared for those of high status.
Well, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.